why Chris Brown and Rihanna had their whole altercation was because Rihanna had sex with Clyde Davis. They were tossing her around.
She was so young. She was underage when she came over here, actually.
Yeah, you gotta understand. It's like, man, you gotta do something for them to get
the songs here. We sang artists, and there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested, and there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it whole
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
The office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m.
Wow.
That day, I was absolutely certain.
How often does that happen? I mean, that's
not often.
That's unheard of, right?
That's not. Yeah. I mean, to get lawyers to draft up contracts and then the other side to agree to contracts in 10 hours that's retarded.
Say What Now Rihanna's past is reportedly coming back to haunt her after Chris Brown allegedly exposed details about catching her with Jay's right around the time she and Chris were supposedly in a relationship. Rumors have been swirling for years that Jay's took advantage of Rihanna when she was just 15. Recently, hospital reports allegedly leaked online supposedly confirming that Rihanna caught an STD from Jay's, and according to the claims she passed it on to Chris Brown. Some say this was the real catalyst behind the infamous 2009 domestic violence incident with Roc Nation, allegedly covering it up to make Chris look like the crazy ex. These allegations first gained traction thanks to Jaguar Wright and the former assistant of Rihanna's billionaire ex, but the story gained even more attention when actor Braxton Wells appeared in a heated interview with Storm Monroe and weighed in, giving the rumors a whole new level of public attention. A lot of people believed him because this isn't the first.
What are the stories you've heard about?
I remember, I heard stories like the reason why Chris Brown and Rihanna had their whole altercation was because Rihanna had Clyde. But listen, I know they might try to come after me or something like that, but this is what I'm hearing from other people, and it makes sense. Rihanna, of course, is coming from an island. She ain't no U.S. citizen, so she's gonna do anything as possible to do whatever she wants. And I heard that she had with Clyde, the one that discovered Michael Jackson, of course, and she caught herpes from, gave it to Chris Brown, and that was the whole reason why those guys were fighting. And that's why they tried to protect Rihanna's career that whole time, and that's why they were trying to tarnish Chris Brown, but they can't tarnish him because this guy is very intelligent. And yeah, that's the story. But
I've never heard that. Wow.
Yeah, I heard that from quite a few people that's in the music business, and
damn.
Rihanna was. They were tossing her around.
She was so young. She was underage when she came over here, actually.
Yeah, you gotta understand. It's like, man, you gotta do something for them to get in. And I know quite a few people right now in the business that are trying to make it in the music business, and they're very young. Some people lie about their age too. Some of them say they're 17 or 16, but they've been lying for years.
Yeah, that's like Mila Kunis from That 70s Show. She's married to Ashton Kutcher now, who was at those Diddy parties too. Yeah. But when she came over here, she was actually 14. She wasn't 17. So
yeah. But that stuff is real, man. Like that is a real
time a story like this has come up. At some point, folks start thinking everybody can't be making up the same story. Recently, the former assistant of one of Rihanna's ex-boyfriends also came forward, putting her on blast for allegedly giving people STDs. The interview between rapper Almighty Jay and adult film star Hailey Dean got messy fast. Hailey claimed this happened a few years back while Rihanna was dating her bossa, supposed billionaire from Africa. Within just a few weeks of their relationship, Rihanna allegedly gave him chlamydia. To make matters worse, the man reportedly passed the infection to his wife. Hailey also called out Rihanna for allegedly passing the same nasty chlamydia to Travis Scott. For content,
they say you look like Rihanna.
She hates me.
Why? because I worked with her a few years ago on, this is when she had her foundation, right before she launched her what was it at that time? That
Fenty?
But no, I think it was before the Fenty, because it was whatever Kylie came out with. They all went in, they were all arguing with each other, and that was when Kim came out with her line, Kylie came out with her line, but Rihanna had this foundation back in 2015, and it was her white gala, and that was when she kind of like was sponsored on med beds, high tech, all that. Well, I helped fundraise her gala here in Hollywood. Well, she was f***ing my boss and gave my boss chlamydia, and here I am, the alleged. Yeah, I am a hoe, but everyone thought that I was the one f***ing my boss, and in all reality, it was this. And so it just literally got to the point where all that amount that she got him sick, that because he was married, he's can you put your seatbelt or behind you? You don't have to put it on, but behind you. He's a king, or he's a prince in Africa, and so he came out here back in 2013, worked with Global Canvasser, which was a nonprofit, and then worked with UNICEF in the United Nations. That's where I got on, and I was able to partner with UNICEF in the United Nations. So I lived out in Australia for a little bit, working with this corporation.
Text Rihanna and Travis were linked romantically after meeting at New York Fashion Week. Apparently Travis wanted to keep the relationship private, but Complex magazine publisher Lawrence Schloman ended up exposing it anyway despite Travis asking him to stay quiet. Haley explained, "I broke the news about him and Rihanna, which they told me not to do. It wasn't about Travis being embarrassed. Didn't want anyone knowing he was with Rihanna. It was more about Rihanna saying don't tell anyone I'm with Travis Scott, please. It's obviously super embarrassing." But the story doesn't end there. Back in 2012,
I think she was, I don't know if it was Travis, I don't know who the Rihanna was f***ing, but got dirty and got him dirty. And it was this whole thing. Well, she had her gala, and here I am, it was her white party gala. I'm dressed, I'm ready, I'm going after raising so much money for her thing, for his thing, for the company's thing. I show up, sorry Harley, but Rihanna said that you can't get in. Okay, cool. And that was in 2016. And then after that, I ended up partnering more on board with her ex-boss, and his name was Lil Mac Tubaya. What the f*** are you doing, you fat fuck? No, that was my late. But yeah, she hates me. There's that foundation song that she came out with, and that was like, I don't lie about this shit. Like, it's to the point.
12, Rihanna faced a $10 million lawsuit from an unnamed man who claimed she had given him music. Reports at the time suggested the man was Chris Brown, who stayed anonymous to avoid media scrutiny. According to the lawsuit, which many still believe involved Chris, Rihanna allegedly injured herself on purpose as revenge after he confronted her about giving him herpes. The lawsuit reportedly stated, "I did not Rihanna, she gave me herpes when I threatened legal action." For her not disclosing her condition, she began hitting herself in the face and throwing herself against the walls similar to Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, then turned it around and blamed me as a form of punishment. Chris has never publicly confirmed or denied involvement, but many including Jaguar Wright believe he was behind it. Wright also claims Rihanna may have contracted herpes while allegedly hooking up with Jay's secretly behind Beyoncé's back. At the time, Jaguar didn't reveal the exact details of the alleged music STD Rihanna passed to Chris, but
you never signed no paperwork.
I just didn't want to put my family's life on the line.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started her and signed it.
In a later interview, she went all into his time, sharing everything without holding back. According to Jaguar, the herpes incident was what triggered Chris' music and caused him to snap at Rihanna that night.
I was gonna hold on to Chris Brown and Rihanna, you know what I'm saying?
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes.
Allegedly, not only had she infected Chris, but when he went to her music residence to confront her, he supposedly walked in on her with another man. Jaguar also claimed that Jay and Rihanna altered the story, spinning a
first night when he had that outbreak and he busted in his house and said, "Where the f is this dirty at?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful, tall, wonderful. Chris Brown, she didn't ruin him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z.
Oh,
and it's unfair because now that's a part of his story. And Rihanna ain't innocent because she was in there giving that the job in the coat closet when Chris Brown came in. She always f***ing something. Then he said, "I'm f***ing done with you," and he stormed out of this house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started fighting on him because he embarrassed her for calling her and saying in front of everybody that she gave him the herpes. Davis's house the night before the Grammys. She in the car trying to f*** him up. They're speeding on the Pacific Coast Highway, and you know Pacific Coast Highway, very steep. She could have killed the with him while he was trying to just get the f*** away from her. Because Lord knows he couldn't get away from the herpes.
oh,
And he hit her back. Calm down.
my.
And all of this is happening while he's doing damn near 100 miles per hour in a sports car on Pacific Coast Highway while he's still trying to register that he is beautiful Chris Brown and his is now trash at 19
My.
because he got set up with a bitch that was foul who gave her herpes. And that's what happened. And people wonder why I speak up for Chris Brown. That's why. And if I'm lying, all of them can sue me, even you.
Different version, so the real events wouldn't come to light. And in case you're wondering where Jaguar got her story, she says she was at the party that
He sat there and Jay-Z and them get on the radio and they talk about that little boy. And then they put together that whole sham and then have him arrested on the red carpet just to make sure America hated him and defending himself against that crazy. I mean, she's and she's pure, and she has all of my respect when it comes to the whole game.
Ooh.
But you ruined Chris Brown's life, and you knew you ruined his life, and the only reason you did it was because your pimp Jay-Z told you to. So that he could cover up the fact that he started 14 when he was damn near
night and saw everything unfold with her own eyes. I'm not saying Chris was right to put his hands on her, but hearing about all this drama now.
That's what the f happened that night, and I know because I was at the party. It was the last this kiss the f***ing pinky ring party I ever went.
Definitely hits differently. Some are saying that Braxton Wells might have confused Jay's for someone else, since this allegedly happened at the same place where Chris supposedly caught Rihanna in that situation. Word on the street is that Jay's may have been involved and that she was allegedly passed around to other executives. None of this is confirmed. I'm just sharing what's being said, but people are eating it. Up one person commented, now you know why Beyonce never did a collab with Rihanna. Meanwhile, they worked with everyone else. Another said, I think Jay's was no different than R. Kelly in their minds. Messing with teenagers was okay. Now that he's being called out, he acts innocent. He's always liked them young and pure. That's his thing, sees what he wants and takes it. Some are even questioning the age of his other child, suggesting that DNA testing could clarify things. What do you think? Do you believe the claims about Jay's and Rihanna? Does this change how you view everything we thought we knew? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this other